viewers, welcome back to the channel. Now, you may notice something's a little different in this episode. There's a huge stack of cards on the table. And another person. Welcome, Travis, to the show. Now, Travis has been the producer I've been talking to off screen. I think he's better suited in front of the camera than behind it. Doesn't he seem so happy to be here? Well, really, Travis's area of expertise is the old Pokemon cards. So I think it's best to have him teach us a little something. So I think whenever we're talking about older versions or older releases, he's gonna be our go-to guy. And when it comes to opening new stuff, that's gonna stick with me. So let's get started. What do you have? I see Japanese lettering.
I think today we're gonna go through a lot of Japanese cards that we've collected. I think the main goal is we're getting these ones graded, so these are the ones that are either special or promos or old or first edition, but also in good condition. So there's a bunch of Japanese ones that we're gonna be looking at from Neo Destiny and the like, and some of the Vending Machine series, which are glossy. We'll go over that in a bit. And then there's going to be some base set cards, some jungle cards that we may have seen before. We're going to try to go through them all by sets now, but we got them all organized to be sent into PSA. And I think some fossil too. So,
do you want to talk about maybe where you got some of these, or is it just like as a kid you got them?
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, some of them are yours, obviously too. But, you know, my Pokemon, I literally started like day one, which was, I remember the first card I got was in a Nintendo Power, which was an E3 Pikachu.
We love Pikachu around here.
I love Pikachu, which had like a little gold foil E3 stamped into it.
Do you still have it?
No. So there's a long story with that. Me and my brother had a fight over whose card it was because we both got Nintendo Power, and my mom took it and lost it. So
Margie lost it?
yeah. Still kind of haunts me because that was one of our favorite cards.
I'm so upset for you.
So then, I mean, and then a lot of our, our earlier cards, you took way better condition of your cards that you got when you were a kid, but the ones I had, I actually played with, and I played in tournaments and stuff, so they weren't in good condition. And then when I got a little bit older, I started collecting, and then I got really into first edition collecting. And that's kind of how we ended up with all the sets complete first edition. So there'll be a lot of first edition today too. Yeah, why don't we get started?
Sure.
So these are kind of organized in different things, and I have some notes on them, but this is an add-on from the Neo Destiny series. This particular Neo Destiny series, this is a rare. I think this, I can't remember about anything about that one. We're going to skip over that. We got some base set unlimited. This is a Nidoking, which it's kind of hard to tell when we have them in these sleeves, but most of them I think are going to come back as probably 8s. After I was older and collecting, it was harder to get new packs, fresh packs. It was too expensive, especially just being a teenager, to being able to afford them.
You were thinking of other things as a teenager, like dates and stuff, and not Pokemon cards by that point.
So some of them just have a little bit of edgeware or what have you.
But you played them. Is that why?
Well, these ones that are in this set are probably not played. Or some of them are, and they're just worth getting graded anyways. But a lot of them I just had it in binder, because if they weren't in my deck, then I didn't play them. So I would put, later on, I got them in binders, and that's what most of these unlimited ones are. Or there's some of yours too.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all solid. 7s, 8s. I think a lot of them are going to come back 7s, 8s, but right now base set's so hot that it's still kind of worth it, even in the unlimited series.
I love Raichu.
A pretty decent Raichu. A little bit of whitening. Like I said, these ones aren't the craziest. I kind of have them organized by where I thought they would be graded. Like this one is definitely been played. Alakazam, I remember playing with him. So he's been a little bit more played. You can see there's a little heavier edge. But
so what is playing actually like? What effect does it have on the cards?
Well, if you don't have your cards in sleeves, then it'll get damaged pretty quick.
Can you play in sleeves?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But like back then, we didn't really like sleeves. This was all new to me. So
you weren't thinking that.
Oh yeah. Obviously, you're just dumb kids and you just want to play Pokemon cards. So this one's been played. This one wasn't in a deck probably when it was played, but I probably only had it in a deck for a little bit because it's still pretty solid. I'm guessing it's going to be a PSA 5, which is probably around like the $30 or $40 range, but
not bad. Not bad for something you've had for.
Well, yeah, part of it, the
25 years.
part of the value is just added that you actually send it to PSA, and that costs at least $10 right now.
But PSA's super backed up too.
Right.
So
that's the other side of this whole scenario is just waiting that long is a long time to wait. No, I'm gonna stick them here. I gotta keep them in order because I already have them in the system. So here's some first edition. These ones are in pretty solid conditions. I had these rated as an 8.5, so somewhere between a 7 and an 8. I'm gonna go through these quick because they're commons, but still, Squirtle that ranks at 9 is gonna be a couple $100 right now, first edition.
Really?
Yeah. Squirtle specifically. These other ones will probably be $30, $40 depending on the condition, how they get graded and come back.
Just because Squirtle's like a popular Pokemon, like people just like it.
So basically, really, the main cards that people really like are the ones that were the starter Pokemon and Pokemon that were on the show.
Yeah. I'm
so,
sorry, you were saying something about Professor Oak.
Professor Oak was a really awesome card, and I believe it got banned at some point because you literally get rid of your hand and draw 7 cards. So you basically play every card in your hand and you get a whole new hand. And it was such a good card that it ended up getting banned from tournament play at some point.
Did they keep printing them though, or they knew it got banned so they stopped?
No, because even when they did the reprints of them, they made an adjustment to how the card works.
Oh.
Pokemon Center, Pokemon Flute, Gust to Win.
These are all still first edition cards.
Those are all
too.
first edition.
Okay.
They're all shadowless. All first edition are shadowless. So
I missed that part.
it's hard to tell. Most are mostly trainers, but those are all in pretty solid condition. We have more base set first editions. Here's a Porygon, a Coughing, a Ghastly.
I always liked that one too, because he looked like he was 3D when the rest of them looked like they were like hand drawn.
Yeah. This one has a smudge on the card saver, but it's in solid shape. I have these all ranked as an 8, so or hopeful 8s. Doduo, Tangela, Plus Power, Revive, Defender, Maintenance, Energy Removal.
So many trainers.
And a rare last. It's increased in value.
Wait, real quick, hold on. What? Hold on. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, does she have a yellow border and the rest of them don't? Nope. They all have yellow borders. I just wasn't paying attention.
But yeah, we do have every card from base set, like she said, all the way through Neo Revelation, all first edition. Just some of them are in pretty beat condition. Because once I had the card, I didn't have a lot of motivation to get them good until much later, and then the prices had gone up. Up first, we have some Japanese cards. These are Japanese promo cards. These are from the vending machine series, Not Awake. Basically, you could buy Pokemon cards in Japan out of a vending machine. These are the non-glossy versions. But some of them were printed on glossy cards. I'll show you that. But they basically had adhesive on So they would stick to these cards, and you would peel them off to reveal which cards you got. This is not one of those, though. With Sunkern, Bell Awesome. This is a Neo Steelix, Japanese. Some of these are just random. A Togepi, Japanese. A Meryl, Japanese. These are from the All Nippon Airways, actually. So you got these as part of going on a flight in Japan, and they gave them to you.
Like special edition, you couldn't get them anywhere else, just...
Right.
Okay.
So for a while in the 90s, they did that a lot. If you buy certain magazines or certain things, you would get a special Pokemon card. You could only get that way. This is just a scoop up. Regular old not first edition rare. Unlimited print. First edition Electro. That is a nice card. So part of the vending machine's cards, they had what was called I'm a Kuni, which is this little weird guy, and he's always up to no good doing hilarious stuff. This card actually, just so happens, is in the most recent evolution set. So this was originally only a Japanese card, and then they had Surfing Pikachu and a few others, and they put a few of those in English in that set.
With him on them?
Yep.
That's kind of fun.
So that's like reprinted, because this was a 1999, or 2000 card, 1999 or 2000. This one's not glossy either. I'll get to a glossy one eventually here. Oh, upside down. This is an Anon. I don't remember exactly. This is a Koro Comics promo, so if you bought a comic book, you would get this card.
Do you know why they had different back art than the American one? Just to differentiate them, maybe? Or
I actually don't know. I would assume that this game was around before Nintendo and Game Freak were involved, and it was Pocket Monsters, and when they consolidated the company into a new company, they shortened it to Pokemon. But that's just a guess.
I wonder if anybody watching knows, and they could maybe tell us, because that would be really interesting. Why is the Japanese back of the card different than the American card? I'd be really interested to know that.
Here's old I'm a Kumi again. 2000 HP. This is from a CD promo.
Huh. So I remember we used to get them at like Burger King. I feel like Burger King was like a big one here that you'd get. They weren't like playing cards. They were like...
Those were Topps cards, which aren't nearly as valuable, but they kind of did the same thing in Japan. They just did real cards.
Right.
Here's Computer Search. A first edition Time Capsule from Neo. And a first edition Giovanni's Nidoqueen from the Gym series.
And you think all of these are going to be coming back as 8s?
I mean, basically the baseline for me sending something in is it needs to at least be close to an 8. If it's a holo from an older set, then I'll give it a little more leniency. But
yeah. Because it's kind of expensive to send this many cards in.
Yeah, well, $10 a pop, and right now we have about 600 going in, so about $6,000 to submit all these cards, which is a lot of money.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Here is a first edition Team Rocket and Dark Weezing, a first edition Jim Koga's Pidgeotto, a first edition Koga's Arbok. Oh, so here's a pre-release Team Rocket Gyarados. It has a gold stamped pre-release. I forget how I got this card.
Like, would they put out booster packs ahead of time? Is that what made them a
No,
pre-release?
they do that now, but with this card, I believe, I was in like a Pokemon League where you got like badges and stuff. And when the new sets were coming out, they would give these cards as promos or whatever for
like participating or
playing
something?
in the game, which was fun. I believe that's where this came, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
There's a first edition fossil holographic Hitmonlee. Here's another card that's in the reprint. This is Imakumi's Executor, I believe. Oh no, this is a Japanese Pro Trainer Mag. But I think this card's still in. This is one of the like, kind of vending promo cards that got re-released in Evolutions.
Yeah.
There's 3. I think this was one.
Ooh.
This is, so VS is kind of a fun set, which I kind of started collecting, but it was kind of difficult at the time. And they were very expensive because this set was not released in the United States. It's a Japanese only set.
Did you have to like look these up online, or did you get them at like stores?
Basically, the only place to get them was eBay.
Back when there was dial-up internet and your mom had to be off the phone. So,
Yeah, that's exactly right. So these ones are very highly sought after, very collectible. They have a new back on them as well. Here is a holographic Wobbuffet.
I like that one.
These are all first edition as well. On Japanese cards, if you see, it's easier to see in this Blastoise. It's down in the right-hand corner. I think this is the first set then also that had Japanese first edition cards. Shortly after this set, they stopped releasing them on the American side, and now they only have them in Japan. You can still get first edition cards in Japan, but not in the United States.
Okay.
So, for whatever reason. That's after Nintendo took over. This is just a regular unlimited Team Rocket, Dark Slowbro.
Just in good condition.
Yeah.
Okay.
In solid condition, Dark Arbok. Here is a Hamada Slowking. This is a Japanese promo card from the movie. And he looks ridiculous.
He sure does. Looks like a kid drew it.
Yeah. This is Vening's series Mankey. This might be a glossy one actually. Let me pull this one out. So we can highlight the glossy aspect.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yes, it is. So you can see the sheen.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to tell from the camera up there, but basically they have these cards that were face down on, and then you would peel them off. And sometimes they even have a little bit of glue residue left on them. This one's in pretty solid shape though. The Japanese cards are just a little bit better made in general, so they withstand the abuse of children a little better. So they're a little bit easier to get higher grades on because they are just better from the get-go. Here's Imakuni again.
I like that one.
Let me see here. Forget what this one is because my Japanese is. This one's a vending series from vending series 3. Imakumi's Nasty Plot. I have no idea what it does, but he looks like he's up to a nasty plot.
I like that it looks like somebody like made a card on like a post-it note or something. Basically.
So that's how kind of all his cards are. They're always like goofy looking, and weird, and they're supposed to be funny. Was the idea.
I'm laughing.
Yeah. Me too. There's those. So moving on, these are more vending series. These are the glossy ones, I believe. But I'm not going to take them out.
Did we ever get artwork like this in the US, or was this like Japan-specific artwork?
Japan-specific. This is its own series, basically, that you could only get.
Oh.
You couldn't even get these in packs. These all came on the sheets that you got out of vending machines.
I imagine those vending machines were like wild. Like if you, like people would go nuts.
Probably a little bit.
If it's like the only place you could get them.
In Japan, it's also like Pokemon cards are meant to be able to be purchased with like pocket change. So whereas in America we have like Elite Trainer boxes that have like 500 card packs in them, and
people resell them for $700.
Yeah. But in Japan, it's like if you're a kid coming home from school, you could stop at a vending machine and get a couple cards. That's kind of the price point that they're at.
Huh. It makes sense that they're
There's a
called
Pidgey.
pocket monsters then.
Yeah. It
Don't
does make
mock me.
sense.
Don't mock me.
There's a Rattata eating a pear or berry of some sort. Clefairy, Doduo, a Dodrio, an Abra.
That one's really cute.
All
So is that
these
one.
are kind of more like colored pencil kind of drawings. A little more comical.
How do you say that one?
Tangela.
You say Tangela, not Tangela.
No, definitely not Tangela. Grimer, Lapras. And I don't think they had rares really. They were all commons and uncommons. Shelter, Magneton.
Does that one have a star? I can't see that far
No,
from
they
here.
don't.
Okay.
I can't. Well, there may be one rare from each set, but you didn't get a rare on every pull. Voltorb, Chop, with the Pikachu cheering him on in the back. These is a Weezing. These are more vending series. I think I have them all, but and they're all going in to be graded because there's not a lot of these graded actually. The population is very low. Vulpix, a Seadra, a Horsey, Staryu, Golduck, a Kadabra, which you can no longer get, which is kind of a funny
Why?
story.
What do you mean?
So basically, there's a guy in Middle East somewhere that his main trick was bending spoons with his mind, and
Yeah.
they got in a intellectual property battle with Nintendo, and Nintendo from then on just doesn't print Kadabra at all.
Really?
Yeah. The old cards they'll have, but they don't reprint him, and all the new cards that have Abra and Alakazam that usually
They don't have spoons.
Well, no, usually they just, there's like a Pokemon power on Abra that allows him to skip to the Kadabra evolution and go straight to Alakazam. Hypno.
That is so wild. You're just like, yeah, moving on.
I didn't know what this Pokemon was, but it's a Sandslash. I had to look him up because he looks so like
It almost looks
CG.
like a Ponyta, like, or a,
A Vulpix,
yeah,
like weird evolution or something.
weird.
There's a Tauros. Pokemon retransfer, I had to write on it, so I knew what it was.
But you wrote on the sleeve, not the card.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
just
just couldn't
so we're clear.
couldn't remember what that card was, and it's really hard to find because there's nothing else on English on the whole card. These are also part of the vending series, but they have a recipe for a deck, a theme deck.
Oh.
So those are cool. I'm missing a couple of those, and then there's some more. It's from the same
Cute.
gym and another gym.
How stinking cute.
Lots of cards. And we should be getting back into some more first edition here now.
See, aren't we glad we brought Travis on today? Because I could never explain this the way that he does.
So we'll go kind of quick through these commons, uncommons. Staryu, double colors, Nidorino, a Haunter, Magmar, Caterpie, Chop, Diglett,
Wait, these are all first edition,
Onix,
right? You
all
said that.
first
Okay.
editions. Full heal, a bunch of trainers, a jungle, run the jungle, Lickitung, Cubone, Paris, Goldeen.
I'm jealous of Goldine's lashes.
Me too.
I'm jealous of your lashes.
Me too. We got some jungle first edition rares here. There's a holographic Flareon.
We may have talked about that one already.
Yeah, I think we did actually
think
do
we
these
might
already.
Not all. I don't think all. Maybe we did do them.
Venomoth, Mr. Mime. I think we did do these jungles.
Yeah.
Electrode.
That's okay.
Vileplume, Kangaskhan. We'll go quick since we already seen these. A couple comments.
You think those are all like a 9-ish?
No, a couple of them are probably 9s, and then a couple of the holos towards the end are just probably 6s. But
Okay.
since they're first edition and they're holographic, I think they're worth sending in still.
I love Jigglypuff.
Let's see what we got here.
In Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff. There's a first edition Electrode, non-holo rare. First edition Jolteon rare. So yeah, I have these as 8.5, so somewhere between an 8 and a 9. There's probably just like either a really light scratch on the holo or a little bit of whitening on the back. So very, very clean. So I'm guessing they'll be come back as 8s or 9s. Wigglytuff. My first card was Wigglytuff, but not that one.
Do you still have your
My
first one?
first card from Jungle, anyway.
I was gonna say, what happened to
I have
Pikachu?
it. It is a wrecked card for sure. Pincer. Lapras. And then we got some uncommons. Cloyster, Graveler. We're on the Fossil. Homestar. Krabby.
That's what you call me. All the time.
Yum. Because you are. Horsey. Recycle. There's a holographic Fossil Haunter. Nice card. Moltres. Very nice. Holographic Ditto.
That's what I said. If you were a Pokemon, that's what you would look like. It was Ditto.
The Pokemon looks like nothing.
And everything.
A Weezing. We're just in uncommon, so I'll breeze through these because we've been at this for a while. And we got some cards to open tonight still. There is Raichu holographic.
We're gonna do that in one episode? Or should we save
No,
that
for the next episode.
Yeah.
Articuno.
And there goes Bill.
A Muck.
No,
holographic.
that's the one I said you'd be. Not Ditto. You're Muck.
Perfect. Arbok, Slowbro, Zubat, Hypno Holo, a Kabutops Holo, a Zapdos Holo, a Magneton Holo, and a Mewtwo, and this one's pretty beat. I played with this one in one of my decks, but he was in a sleeve, but he's got a lot of whitening, a lot of scratching in the holo, probably a 5.
But I think we all just have...
Mewtwo's just a really popular
We've always
card.
liked Mewtwo. And then that movie came out, the first one came out, that I want I want to review it
I went.
on the channel. And I'm still trying to convince Travis to let me do that. So comment if you want to see me review the first Pokemon movie.
That would be fun, actually.
It would be fun. I love doing movie reviews. Just you're usually the only person who hears me do them.
And then, yeah, so those, I went back and forth on grading that Mewtwo, but I decided to, since I'm sending them all in, I might as well get it done.
Yeah, why not? You're already spending $6,000.
Yeah,
What's
what's
another
another
$10?
All right, well, I think that's it for this episode, right?
That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I know I certainly did, especially that our furnace is really loud and reads on camera. So.
Oh yeah, we're guessing the grade too, so I know that's not a prime way to look at cards once they're in the card savers already, but we'll give you kind of the gist and kind of what our thoughts were, and when they come back we will talk about them in a reveal.
Hopefully they'll be back early 2021. Hopefully at least some of them, because we've already sent some off, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully they come back. They're really backed up right now because everybody is at home going through their Pokemon cards, including us. So.
Yeah. We do have some really good ones that are already out, which are jungle set with no symbol. So they don't have the jungle symbol, but those are one of the rarest cards from the jungle set, even though they're unlimited print.
Interesting.
So those will be fun
Yeah.
and a little bit special. Error cards are always really, really fun.
We love a good mess.
Yeah.
So
All right.
make sure you like and subscribe to see our upcoming videos. We have a whole bunch planned. Thank you so much for watching and coming back. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.